What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee. I just had saliva in my throat. Oh my goodness. I'm back with another Raw review. Raw was it was Raw. Yeah, Raw. Raw review. Yep, we're doing Raw today. Because today's Tuesday and Raw. Um, where as always I just go through the show. I got my handy dandy notebook. And we're gonna go through Raw. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and honestly, Raw was a pretty good show. Raw has been pretty decent lately. You can tell when Raw is not good. It like because the show is 3 hours, so you can't help that a show is 3 hours. When it's 3 hours, you can tell it's 3 hours. When it's a good show, it breezes by pretty quickly. It's not you can't really tell it's 3 hours. This show you couldn't like it felt like it was 2.5 hours. Like there was some stuff that I was watching. It was looking at it was like, but then there was a lot of stuff that was just like, oh yeah, yeah, money, money, money. I think only like maybe one or two things. It was like, eh, and then everything else was really really good. So we're gonna start off with the top of the show. Rest in peace, Pat Patterson. I just get all that out the way. They were doing a lot of. They did the 10 bell salute for him. Uh, they were throughout the show playing his rest in peace thing, and then they did the video package from him when he was my way. They was doing that when he was singing that in NXT. Good stuff. Love Pat Patterson. Rest in peace to him. Um. So then after that, we start off with two. This is how I thought that Raw was going to be horrible. They had two planned matches, or they had two planned things for the show. Orton was going to visit the Firefly Funhouse, and the second one was the handicap match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus AJ Styles, Miz, and Morrison. I was like, this is all they got. I was like, oh, this is going to be a long show. And of course, they open with Randy Orton. He comes out and he cuts a promo. He said he was going to visit the Firefly Funhouse, all that little good stuff. And Bray Wyatt came on the Firefly Funhouse. He came in there and he was like, "Hi, Randy Bobandy." It was hilarious. I love him. And he was of course messing with Randy Orton because he's a crazy person. And Randy was like, "Oh, I don't got time for your games." And then Bray Wyatt was like, "Did you say games?" And then he got all excited and he flipped around and he had like these he had contestants had Rambling Rabbit the pig and Mercy the Buzzard, and he was like let's play a guessing game. It was like where is Randy or Price is Randy or something like that, and he asked the question and they all answered the question. He was like, no, that's not right. He was like everything was wrong. They just said Alexa's not here because what he did so last week, and he said he's going to tear up Randy Orton. Fiend is going to tear up Randy Orton at um, TLC. And then Randy Orton was like, oh, cool, that's TLC, but how about tonight when I face you? And Bray was like, me? I accept! Yay! And so the match was made for later on, Bray versus Randy Orton, which actually wasn't as bad. It wasn't that bad. Okay. And then what was bad, unfortunately, is all things with women. Asuka versus Shayna Baszler. Okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst thing for the women on the show, but Asuka versus Shayna was good. It was getting good. It was going in there. I was like, yes. And then they announced that Dana and Ricochet was going to face against Reckoning and Slapjack. I was like, ugh. But this was not a bad match. I kind of I enjoyed it a little bit. Of course, when it was getting good, uh, Nia Jax attacked Lana, and then a whole bunch of things. Lana got her little stuff in there. She was about to power bomb her, Lana, and then Lana did like a nice hurricane on Nia Jax. That was cool. No, nothing. And then of course again for like the third straight week, Shayna Baszler gets distracted and got roll up. So, oh, kill me now, please, just kill me. And then they announced that next week is gonna be Lana versus Nia Jax. And they also announced that TLC is going to be tag team titles is going to be online. If it's not a tables match, I don't know what they're going to do with it live, but or announce tables match, I don't know. But yeah, the match was going good, but it got ruined at the end. But at least Lana got her little comeuppance, or at least got her comeuppance on Nia Jax. The ending part, I like that. Lana was like, she was like, I can't face Nia Jax. Nia Jax is gonna kill me. It was like we're a good team. Like we're a good team together, right? And then Asuka's like, yeah, good team. Yeah, yeah. And then Lana was like, yeah, exactly, good team. We're a good team. But I can't face Lana. I can't face Nia Jax. I can't do that. That's not gonna be good. She's gonna destroy me. She's gonna destroy me. And then Asuka was like, relax, relax. She was like, hey, repeat after me. I can beat Nia Jax. And she's like, I can beat Nia Jax. I can. And then she kept mouthing off with her. She was like, I gonna win tag team championships. She's like, I am going to win tag team champion. And they was like, yeah. and then Asuka walked away. She was doing it. Asuka was like, yeah. And then she walked away. She got all excited. She turned around. She was like, and then Nia Jax was there. She's just staring at her. I started dying. I was like, "Oh, Oscar, you ain't shit. You just gonna walk away. You saw her there, and then you walked away from her. That's foul." It was all great. I loved it. That was a good part. What wasn't a good part was, I think, to me, was probably the worst part of the show. Um, Retribution. Their thing with Ricochet and Dana Brooke. They cut a promo. It was, it was fine. Matt Riddle somewhere came in there, and then Ricochet was like, "We're kind of busy, team meeting thing." He was like, "Oh yeah, I got bro nuts." No, okay, and then he leaves, and then they got an interview from Ricochet from McKenzie, and pretty much it was just like, uh, "Yeah, I don't mind joining, joining the group, but that's not what we're about." I did learn that there are strength in numbers. Dana Brooke said that she's gonna slap Ali if she gets in the way, whatever. And Retribution come out and they cut a promo. Mia cuts a promo, Slapjack cuts a promo, and then Ali cuts a promo, and then they lose again because why not? This is trash. Um, it's like every week, like they have a thing, and this was going to be the problem from the beginning. You so Dana Brooke already won last week. Ricochet lost to Slapjack. Slapjack won last week, and Mia Yim, I don't care, Mia Yim lost last week to Dana Brooke. So Ricochet needed to win because he had already lost. Mia Yim needed to win because she lost. So he was already put in a horrible position, and then Dana Brooke pins Mia Yim again. Why? The only, like, honestly, I think the only thing that the only thing that can save them in this match from this match would be like Ricochet or not Ricochet. They can continue their thing. That's fine. Ali like sends Mia Yim to some type of Rick, mean camp or something like that. He sends her to somewhere, or he has more of them. And maybe, like, my guess would be maybe they can do something like they get another female with them. They get like another female hire, and then maybe Mandy Rose comes back or whatever, and then we're like, hey, I'm back, blah 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 blah. We have tag team match or whatever like that, and then Dana Brooke was about to come out, and then they see that Mandy Rose is laid out, and they're like, oh, who laid out Mandy Rose? And then, they have a match, and this is Mia Yim. She was like, "Yeah, it was me." Or maybe, okay, I lied. I got a better idea. So Randy Rose is backstage with Dana Brooke. She's not able to be cleared or whatever like that. And Dana Brooke was like, "Well, I got your back, whatever, whatever." She walks away or something like that. They go to commercial break. They come back. She's laid out. Mandy Rose is laid out. She probably still's not. She's still injured or whatever. She got laid out. Dana Brooke was like, "Oh, who did this to you? Blah 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 blah. Oh, I bet it was Reckoning. Blah 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 blah." And then she was like, "I challenge Reckoning to match." So they have the match, and then Mia Yim or somebody else. Vanessa Bourne. I don't care. Vanessa Bourne comes out and distracts her, and then Mia Yim wins finally. And then they beat up on Dana Brooke. Also, I think you need to remove the mask. All the masks. Like every time Mia Yim is wrestling, her mask comes off. Like we know it's Mia Yim. Stop trying to put. Stop trying to. This is her mask. This is literally her mask. Mask is this. She's like, I'm reckoning, and then she wrestles it like this. She's like, and then it falls off. She's like, no, I'm reckoning, reckoning, I'm reckoning, yeah, reckoning. No, you're Mia Yim. We know who you are. It's like, stop the foolishness. Stop trying to play us. We know you're Mia Yim. That was horrible. But I think they need to just do like, yeah, I think they just need to do that. Just let go of masks, let them have their real names. Have me team up with like Vanessa Bourne or Mercedes Martinez or somebody. I don't care. Anybody from the NXT, not named Rhea Ripley, not named Io Shirai, not named Candice LeRae, not named Ember Moon. The talent, the who's not doing like Aaliyah. I don't know. Maybe even Aaliyah. I don't care. Aaliyah, Vanessa Bourne, Mercedes Martinez, somebody that you could do it and they could get like serious tag team because they need tag teams like me. Like when she gets like to her own thing, and she could be a women's singles competitor, it'd be good. But right now they need wins. Get Slapjack in that 24/7 division. You get him in there. You get Ali in the United States Championship position. You get T Bar and Mace, a boy Dijak and Dio Madden. You get them in tag team division, and then Retribution, then they're in there, then you got good stuff going on. But right now Retribution is poopy scoopy doopy. They're horrible. Then we have a uh whole whole thing with Sheamus and Keith Lee. Keith Lee thinks that Sheamus is playing Drew McIntyre. He says it's only a matter of time that he's going to turn on him, and he said he doesn't like it. And then Sheamus was like, "Relax, like we're best mates. Shut up, leave me alone, mind your business," type thing. And then it was Miz TV. Miz guest was AJ Styles. They pretty much just made fun of Sheamus and Drew's accents. He's like, "Oh, me, Shamey. Irish. I like the gin Guinness. Shamey. That's me. Uh-huh. Your teeth." And stuff like that. And then Sheamus comes out. He's like, "Hi, you're a bunch of comedians. Ha ha, you're funny. Yeah." It was hilarious. He was like, and then I got my friend because they was like, "Huh, it was the math." He was like, "There's one of you, and there's three of us." Ha 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 ha. And then he was like, "Oh no, your mouth is off, fella." And then Drew McIntyre comes out, and then they do more jabs and stuff like that. It was like, still 2-on-2. And then and then AJ Styles gets out the ring. It's like, no, it's 4-on-2. And then John Morrison's like, yeah, 4.5-on-2. And then Sheamus and Drew McIntyre beat up Miz and Morrison while AJ Styles is standing there with my boy, Fresh to Death, Jordan, whose name is not Jordan anymore. What is it? Omas. He be sharp. He out here sharp. So nice. Other nice stuff. What I really like this. Oh, the next couple of stuff we're here. They also announced that Kofi Kingston was going to face Shelton Benjamin, and Bobby Lashley was going to face Jeff Hardy. Seti, I love aggressive Seti. Seti aggressive is greatness. I love everything about it. Shelton Benjamin versus Kofi Kingston. This was a decent enough match. It was really short. I was like, why is this match so short? But Shelton injured, or messed up his foot. He hurt his foot and stuff like that. But of course, Kofi was, resilient baby face, and he wouldn't give up. And at the end, hit Trouble in Paradise on Shelton for the win. And then they're about to leave, and of course Cedric is like, no, 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 no. He was like, I'm tired of you guys. You want a real man? You face me in this ring. And then Kofi or Xavier Woods is like, no, we just won. Like he just had a match. We just won. He was like, oh, you scared? Kofi Kingston is like, all right, if you want me to. And then Woods is like, what? Why? He was like, you're a better man than me because if I would have won, I'm leaving. I'm not doing it. So they had the match. This match was eons better. This was so much better. And like Kofi and Shelton Benjamin, like that was good. This this was light years. This wasn't even close. Cedric Alexander has been so great. He did pick up the win. He was working on that knee, aggressively working on that knee that messed him up. Give them a ladder. Give them a tag team ladder match. Yes, please. Give them ladder match. I think if they give him a ladder match, they will give him an excuse to maybe go one more round. If New Day win, if they want New Day to win, because if they want Hurt Business to win at a bigger stage, which would be the Rumble, I would say you can just gimmick this match. It was like, whoa, doesn't matter because I think we're still. They would do like one weird thing where we're still tied because Cedric beat Woods last week, and then he beat Kofi this week, and then uh, what's his name? Shelton lost to Kofi, so I guess technically, if they win tag team titles, they would be tied again. And it was like, and they could also make the excuse was like, "Well, we pinned you guys. This wasn't you didn't pin us. You didn't beat us. You just happened to get the ladder, or you just happened to climb a ladder faster than us, or something like that." They can make whatever excuse they want, and then they could probably just be like, "Yeah, I'm tired of excuses. We want new tag teams, blah 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 blah." And then it was like, okay, Royal Rumble, final chance, final excuse. We beat you guys. We're not doing this anymore. And then Hurt Business wins or something like that. I have a whole thing with Hurt Business and New Day and call ups, and I have a whole thing with it. But we'll get to that at a different time. But Cedric versus Kofi was fantastic. He was celebrating like a crazy person. I do hope that they do win the tag team titles. I don't want them to break up. I think the Hurt Business is fantastic. Um, I do think that eventually maybe that they might add an extra um, person to her business because I don't think MVP is going to be wrestling like that anymore. I think he's more of the manager. He slowly switched into that manager role for them, and I think that's good. I think what he does is bring great wisdom to this young well not Cedric's young but to this group. I like it. Um, so I hope that he can recruit. I think I want him to recruit. I don't know. I want him to recruit Naomi, but I don't know if he's going to do that because she's in that NOI family. So I don't know if she's going to do a thing with um, her, maybe her and Nia Jackson to me to get together. I don't know, but I think he should recruit a black female. I guess Naomi's really the only black female, but recruit her, and then recruit somebody like another maybe Ricochet does get recruited or something like that. Maybe he gets recruited uh, from Retribution because Retribution is really being a pain in his ass, and maybe he turns back to to the Hurt Business. Maybe him and Cedric gets in the tag team division. Maybe Shelton Benjamin gets in the U.S. title picture, and then Bobby Lashley gets in the World Championship position, or maybe yeah, they might need. I don't know if they need anybody for the 24/7 title picture. They might not need anybody for that, but I have a whole bunch of ideas for that. If you want to hear that, I got stuff for that. But yeah, no, that was good stuff. I enjoyed it. Um, so next up, which I also liked, the match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus the the handicap match. This was a good match. Normally handicap matches are trash, but this one was very well paced. My favorite part was when Sheamus and Drew McIntyre they were beating up Miz and Morrison, and then he tried to. I think Sheamus tried to punch Morrison, but he moved out the way. He went in the ring. He ended up hitting Drew McIntyre, and then he was like, and they looked at each other. He was like, "Bro, you gotta watch out. You gotta get your head in the game." And then Morrison jumps off the top rope. They catch him. And they throw him backwards. And he lands on the chair and is laid out. I was like, no! Like they really made my man take a seat. I was like, oh, that's trash. But that was fantastic. Uh, the pacing was great in this match, and the end saw that Sheamus was running wild. He tagged himself in when Drew McIntyre was getting beat up a little bit. Hit a bro kick on Miz. He knocked out more. He knocked out AJ Styles, and then he was about to bro kick John Morrison. John Morrison moves out the way. Boom, bro kick to Drew McIntyre, dead in the face. He's like, oh Lord. He turns around, boom, phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. Finally, the heels actually win, so that's a good thing. And then Sheamus and Drew McIntyre is looking at each other. They're like, oof. And they're just staring at each other. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like this already? And then they went backstage, um, and that's where I said that's where they did the Oscar thing, where she said she could beat her, and then Nia appeared. That was hilarious. And then they came back, and then Kayla, Kayla was asking Drew or asking Sheamus. Sheamus was like, "Look, I know uh, Drew's mad, and when he gets out there, we're gonna fight. It's gonna be a thing. You know, it's like if he wants to fight, he can get one." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Did you mean to do it?" And he was like, "No, of course I didn't mean to do it, you idiot. Like, why would I mean to?" And then he stops, he looks. Drew Gulak is in the background with his phone video cameraing it, and then they stare at each other. And he was like, I didn't mean to do that." He was like, "Yeah, I know." They cut to commercial, come back from commercial, and they're just fighting. They're just brawling. They're throwing each other. They're punching each other, kicking each other. They're beating the hell out of each other. And then Pat Buck came in, the guy in the middle. He was like, "Hey, you need to stop." They looked at him and was like, "Are you serious?" They started beating Pat Buck up, and then they picked him up, slammed him through the table. I was like, and then they looked at each other. They started laughing. It was ha. And it was like, yeah. It was like, all right, you ready to get a pint? It was like, yeah, it's on you this time, you cheap bastard. And then they walked away and they laughed. They laughed and walked away. I like it. I like this. I was like, this is good. I like the dynamic that they have. Again, more ideas that I have for them after TLC, because Drew McIntyre is totally beating AJ Styles. But I like that what they're doing, and I have ideas for them. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I have ideas for them too, man. Them getting the tag team title scene together, maybe trying to get Sheamus to get in the U.S. title scene. Try to run a division a little bit for a little while. I have a lot of ideas for them, but that was excellent stuff. Speaking of Bobby Lashley, he's about to have his match against uh, Jeff Hardy. Again, Matt Riddle come out. He has these bro nut ideas. He has the idea for them to be the Hardy Bros, because of I'm Matt, Jeff Hardy, Hardy Bros. He said our finisher could be poetry, and commotion. That was hilarious. And Jeff Hardy was like, "Yeah, I got a match." But I do like those ideas. They sound great. It's great ideas. I match, and they come out. They have a, a really good match. Like this match was fantastic. I think this was probably one of their. So the thing is, Bobby Lashley can wrestle. Like he can really wrestle. But the thing is, they use him as this big muscle guy, Terminator type thing that he doesn't really get a challenge, and so you're rarely able to see like how good he is at wrestling. Jeff Hardy is always injured, so every time he walks, it seems like he hurts. But this match this might have this probably was the best wrestling match, honestly, on the show. Like if they would have had like Kofi versus Cedric, like a long one-on-one match, and Cedric would have beat him, that probably would have been the best match. But it was two separate matches, and they were both good. But I think as for like one whole cohesive match, this match was fantastic. They were going back and forth. Um, Jeff Hardy was reversing hurt locks. Um, he was trying to go for his poetry in motion. He countered that. Nice flatliners, doing some outside clothesline stuff. MVP tried to get in there, and then Matt Riddle came out. Yeah, this I love this match. I thought this match was really good. I I kind of hope they do another one, man. This match was great. But of course, in the end, they show the dominance of Bobby Lashley because normally they like to be like, "Nah, we're gonna have Jeff Hardy win because if he wins, we're gonna get like a rematch for, we're gonna get like a match for the United States Championship down the line." No, champion Bobby Lashley wins. That's how you keep your champion strong, while also making sure that your the challenger, your other opponent, Jeff Hardy, also stays strong. This fantastic. This the booking of Hurt Business is through the roof. They're kind of doing that with the tag team division, but it's not as bad because Kofi did at least get a win, but he did end up losing only because he got injured. So there's a thing with that. But also, you could also make the claim that Cedric did beat Xavier Woods full health last week. So there's a lot of saves that you can do with that. But this was fantastic. Bobby Lashley was kept in the hurt lock, and then Matt Riddle got in, and he was like, "Yo, what up, bro?" So they're doing the Riddle Lashley thing, but they're not letting him get physical. Hopefully until TLC, which is going to be it's piece. Oh, it's going to be great. That match is going to be fantastic. Rambling Rabbit visits Randy Orton. He knocks on the door and then he looks and then nobody's there and he was like, "Right here, dude." And then he turns around and he's like, "Hey, uh, Ray is really excited for this match. Okay, bye." And then he left. It's like, okay. Um, and then this match was really good. Normally they have like the slow pace Randy Orton ground and pound, but this there might have been maybe one wrestle in this match, maybe two. I don't know, but it was good. It was nice, well paced. Bray Wyatt is a psychopath, and he laughs at everything, and it's great. His character work is second to none. Um, I love this match. I didn't love this match. I loved the last match. I love Cedric Alexander, but this match I didn't love, but I did really enjoy this match. I love the ending. But Randy Orton tried to do his spot where he does the superplex on the table, but of course he catches that, and then Bray Wyatt, "Oh, gotcha, I got you," and he did it on Randy Orton. Um, I don't think he did the DDT, but they do their stuff. But it was good stuff. And in the end, Randy ended up hitting his suplex because he has to get that in. He lays in there. I might have hit him with the DDT or something like that. The lights were about to go off when he was about to hit the RKO, and he did hit the RKO. He's about to cover him. Lights go out, come back on. Redness. Randy Orton looks in his the Fiend. I was like, how did he? What in the world? How did he do that so quick? So my guess is that he had the costume. He had the Fiend outfit on, and he just took the sweater off and it was on. The way how he put that mask on quick though, that's some fuckery. Cause he put that mask on quick. I'm sure that he just probably just easily took the sweater off and he had his thing on. But that mask got on. That looked like a hard mask to put on. He did that quick, and he mandible clawed him, and that was the end of the show. Fantastic. I'm assuming that this match is probably going to be a Firefly Funhouse match. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. They're going to meet in a Firefly Funhouse match, which, if so, is going to be amazing. I don't see Randy Orton winning this match at all. Not even sort of, kind of. He shouldn't win this match at all, even sort of, kind of, and he won't. Um, I think it will either TLC or Royal Rumble or whatever. It will end in a Firefly Funhouse match. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen since Randy Orton was supposed to go there today. I'm assuming he was like, well, I'll see you at TLC in the Firefly Funhouse. And they're like, oh, we're going to have a Firefly Funhouse match. I'm assuming that's what it was going to be. But yeah, Raw was great. I loved it. I didn't enjoy the Reckoning part. Losing, still getting berated by Ali. That was probably the worst part of the whole show. The stuff with uh, Shayna and Asuka, could have been. To be fair, I'm pretty sure they're just waiting on the real one-on-one, like the one-on-one match. They had the thing with in the elimination chamber when they had faith in Shayna Baszler, and she was going crazy on everybody. She was beating everybody. She single-handedly eliminated everybody, and then Asuka was the last person, and then Shayna got the win on Asuka. I think she pinned her, and then this time they had the little one-on-one scuffle thing, where by distraction, uh, Asuka got the roll up pin. So when they finally get there, so right now they're 1-on-1. So when they finally get their true 1-on-1 match, it's going to be fantastic. Two of the most dominant NXT Women's Champions in history. Uh, Asuka, I think, is the longest reigning champion still, and she ended up retiring her championship. Shayna Baszler, two-time champion and dominant second reign, dominant first reign too, and dominant second reign. So this is gonna be a fantastic match when they have their when a real one-on-one match, no distractions, no anything. That match is gonna be fantastic. The Orton Bray stuff is great. What they're doing with Sheamus and Drew is good stuff. Mixed along with AJ Styles and them and company is good stuff. I hope after that they're gonna find um, more challengers for Drew, like Bobby Lashley, like Sheamus, Samoa Joe. I want him to get off commentary table so bad and start wrestling again. Him in that WWE title scene, him and Drew McIntyre. Yes, I would love that. I can't wait for him to get back in the ring. He's great. But yeah, I'm interested. This was a good show. I would probably give the show a B plus. I give it a B plus. It was good stuff. Besides the one thing and then the little short match with Shayna and what's my face, Shayna and Asuka. Besides that, Raw was fair. I loved Raw. Raw was great. They had excellent segments, excellent matches. Can't complain. But what did you guys think? I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.